It's actually my first surgery ever in life. It's quite a lot of emotions. Hey guys, good morning. There is pain, and then there is what I'm experiencing. I'm in so much pain, so much pain. If you're hearing noise, I left the windows open for cross ventilation and the blinds are making noise. My teeth, my gum, my entire mouth is on fire. And I think it's high time I get that surgery done. But let me just give you guys a backdrop story because I feel like I'm confusing you guys. So sometime in 2022, early 2022, I think the first quarter, I don't know from where, all my life I have never had teeth issues. And then all of a sudden that morning I woke up. It's not me that woke up, it's the pain that woke me up. There was so much pain and fire from my mouth. I couldn't even take my bath. I didn't do anything. The only thing I remember doing was just wash my tongue, wash my mouth. I just wore a jacket on my pajamas. I'm not kidding. And as I was going, I didn't know where I was going to. I just started Googling dentists near me that can speak English. Because at that point, I was not in the mood to do sumimase and daijobo. I was not in the mood for that. I just wanted to explain the pain I was going through. So I finally saw this they call it dental hospital, and I went there. I didn't know that apparently you need an appointment to be there. And when I reached, they were like, I didn't have an appointment. I can't see a dentist. I said, no, it's not possible. I'm not going anywhere. The only way they can get me out of this hospital is if they jack me out. So when they saw how serious I was, they were like, is it an emergency? I said, is there anything that is more urgent than how I'm looking and feeling? I couldn't sleep. So the dentist attended to me. That was my first time. I remember when I told her that I'd never had teeth issues. She was so surprised. And then she did like scan, check the mouth, blah blah blah, everything. And just so that I don't feel that much pain, I came, which said my gums were bleeding, like it was so sensitive. She gave me painkiller, antibiotics, injected, used syringe to place some antibiotics in my mouth. And then she calmed down and explained to me that, first of all, the way my teeth, my wisdom teeth is growing in a way that it is piercing my gum. And so the gum around that region is unhealthy and will always feel wounded. And the honest truth is that once it is in that state of acute inflammation, any little thing will take it to chronic inflammation, which was what I was experiencing and what took me to the clinic that day. So she was like, she's going to do her best, and then she just, for possible immediate relief, gave me drugs and told me brush like this, do like this, all those things to just help relieve. But she was like, in the long run, she's thinking that this might keep reoccurring. So if she would advise, I would have to go to a dental surgeon because it's not her specialty to do a surgery and remove the teeth. At that point, I was so scared because the person I knew that removed teeth said it was so painful. I should never do it. I should never try it. So I was like, no, it has not reached that point. So fast forward, this thing became recurrent. I wish I'm with my clinic card, I would have shown you. Now I even have their number on speed dial. Some days I go from the lab, some days I go from sleep. Today I showed you guys a little clip. I went there because I could not take the pain. And she did what she could do and still talked about the surgery. So it's been 1.5 years or more of always being in a dentist. I did a video of 4 years in Japan and I mentioned that I haven't been to a general practitioner in years, thanks to God. But you see, dentist, she has become my bestie. So much so that if she doesn't see me for a while, she'll be like, Chioma, it's been a while. I'm like, is this a compliment or is it what? Is it you wishing me to be seeing me? The pain is so much and I feel like I want to do that surgery. I just had to tell myself that Jesus did not die for me to be experiencing this level of pain. I think I will go through the surgery pain once and for all than these reoccurring doses of pain and sleepless nights. When I went to the US, I was so scared for a relapse because, guys, the health insurance doesn't cover dental care in the US, in the States, unlike in Japan that health insurance covers dental care. So the teeth even started giving me signal. It was giving me signs. I was managing it. I was like, let me manage it, and I come back gradually. I'll attend. Same thing happened when I went to Nigeria for my wedding. The week of my wedding, tell me why my mouth was on fire. Guys, I'm in so much pain. I spoke to my husband about the surgery, like what she said, and he said when he comes back we'll discuss, because she was like she would just have to write a recommendation letter for me, but it's in the discretion of the doctor to give me an appointment, to tell me how many days it would take to uproot the teeth, if I would need to be hospitalized, like all those things. So I know that it's not a journey I would do alone. I would like to have my husband with me in case I have to be hospitalized. Even some of my dental visits, he follows me to this woman's clinic. Guys, I'm talking too much. I'm in so much pain. And then I want to have my bath now, eat and take the drugs that she prescribed. She gave me painkillers and antibiotics again. Guys, my mouth feels so sore. If I'm going to go this surgery, I will take you guys along. Just for awareness, if you're in Japan, just so you know, your health insurance covers dental care, because I know that there is so much information out there from the rest of the world that keeps saying they don't take care of dental care, and you almost feel like it's the same case in Japan. It's not. Please see a dentist if you're having issues. That's it. I wanted to come in here and just give you guys the backdrop story.
Our hearts beat to the city streets. We began to feel the fire. We rise like tall buildings as the chemicals they take us higher. The night's young, it has just begun as she puts her hand in mine. We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light, pull the stars from the sky, just two hearts running wild. Never sleep, never stop, as we shout from the top. We're gonna be two hearts running wild.
So guys, I know I've said this thing before on this channel, but I want to reiterate it. Japanese people are one of the most meticulous people diligently meticulous people you would ever meet. I left this house, or we left, because my husband followed me today. We left this house by 9. The appointment was for 10. Just got home not long ago, which is past 2, and I've not eaten because they asked me to come in empty stomach, because I think one of the tests they have to run on my blood is blood fast sugar, or fasting blood sugar or something. Guys, so if you're counting from that 9 past 9 we got there till like to 2, that's about 5 hours. And I'm not telling you 5 hours of sitting down, I'm telling you 5 hours of actively doing something. So I did so many tests today. I think I showed you guys. So first of all, when I first reached, I did the check-in in the reception, gave them my card, blah blah blah. I went to the dental surgery floor again because I've been there before, but this appointment was booked via email when I switched from local anesthesia to general anesthesia. I don't know if I've explained that, but maybe later, because I'm so hungry today. And then I went to the dental doctor. Now gave me a list of things I have to do today. I sure know I did at least maybe like 5 things before I finally went to speak with the dentist. I'm sure all the results are not yet out, because I think they will send him all the results, because he needs all those information so that they know my health history during a surgery, right? So we discussed with him for some minutes, or maybe half an hour or so. He was explaining the procedure, precautions, down side effect, all those kind of things. My husband was asking questions, because he is going to be he's my guarantor now. Like, guarantor, is that the word? Like, he's the signature when I am not conscious, that kind of thing. And then after that, they said I should go for hospitalization procedure. A nurse will explain what hospital. So apparently the surgery is on a Thursday. I have to lodge I have to be hospitalized on Wednesday by 9:30 a.m. and then the surgery is on Thursday by 1 noon, and then I'll be discharged on Friday by God's grace by 10:30 a.m. Guys, the paperwork, let me bring it. Hey God. I brought you guys, all this is paperwork. The kind of paperwork we did today, we're both yawning. At some point, my husband and I were looking at ourselves and asking, if this is for dental surgery, all these tests, blood tests, x-ray, ECG, trying to dot the I's, cross the T's, everybody was up and about doing this. He was like, if all these things is for dental, I can't imagine what their major surgeries are like. I'm not downplaying, general anesthesia is something to be very careful about, right? I'm not downplaying it, but you get what I'm trying to say. So meticulous, guys. Hey, they are so meticulous. I think the only thing that is just making us feel a bit somehow is they said my husband, he has to book appointments to come and visit me. He can't stay with me. So how they explained it is that he will definitely come with me and drop me in the hospital, but immediately they want to take me to my ward, he cannot enter with me. I think they're trying to also prevent, because of the COVID or issue and all, they are still very careful with allowing outpatients into their wards. I just feel like, oh my God, I would have really loved him to stay, but yeah, procedure is procedure. Honestly, I feel really safe, aside the fact that we've been praying. I feel spiritually safe. At the same time, I feel very safe with their system. They are so careful. They are so meticulous. Like, there's this safety about them and their procedure, right? They are so empathetic. Hey God, the doctor just kept reassuring, because I have a very low pain threshold. So every needle that took me, just best believe my face was like so the doctor was just so reassuring. So I feel really safe. I feel like I'm in good hands. And I'm really grateful that I finally have made up my mind to do this thing once and for all, because like a man explained, if I do it, the tendencies of getting acute inflammation will drastically reduce. That's the updates, guys. I think the next time I'll pick this camera is most definitely maybe hospitalization or every other thing. Bye. What's that one? I think maybe if I want to call for help. Okay, so raise the bed. This is general ward. Eh? I'm telling you.
There's a TV.
I think this one is wardrobe. Check.
Yeah.
It's wardrobe, huh? So that one is to raise the head. Okay, this one is raise body posture. That is to raise what?
This one is to raise this side and the leg. This one is this thing. This one is lie down.
まだ刺さないのでちょっと見せてください。薄くなりますよ。
No, it's okay.
で親指中に入れて手をグーに握る。
Laugh so loud as the hours pass. We're gonna do it all again. We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light, pull the stars from the sky, just two hearts running wild. Never sleep, never stop, as we shout from the top. We're gonna be. We're gonna be two hearts running wild. The moonlight, summer sky, it was the best we ever had. And we'll stay on forever. We'll never have regrets. We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light, pull the stars from the sky, just two hearts running wild. Never sleep, never stop, as we shout from the top. We're gonna be two hearts running wild. We're gonna be. We're gonna be two hearts running wild.
Hey guys, I was trying to talk in the room, but see, Japan is so quiet. I know I've said this thing several times, but guys, you'll be whispering. That's just the truth. I was whispering, and then I've been getting calls. So they told me to leave the room. So I just finished answering a call now. It's every 1 hour somebody will come. Choma-san. Either they want to come and check BP, or they want to come and check temperature, or they want to come and tell you that food is ready, or they want to come and tell you, are you fine? Or someone to come and introduce themselves, I am the anesthesiologist or so that will be in the theater, or I am the nurse that will be in the theater, or I am the nurse on night duty today, or I want to come and read you the instructions. You will know. Apparently I'm not supposed to eat tomorrow. I'm supposed to be on empty stomach throughout the operation, throughout the procedure. It's currently past 9 p.m. I want to go and microwave the pasta I am grateful my husband forced. He literally choked that pasta in my bag. He forced it inside the school bag. I kept telling him, no, now they will give us food. Let me eat their food because of their nutritional value. Bugbero. Guys, I'm struggling with eating Japanese food. I'm literally still hungry even after eating dinner. So the nurse said I can actually eat the pasta, but I can't eat anything from 12 midnight because I have to be on empty stomach. So it's actually my first surgery ever in life. My first surgery, my first time sleeping in a hospital for being hospitalized. So it's quite a lot of emotions. I don't know if I explained to you guys why I'm using general anesthesia. So apparently there are two ways to go about this. One way is remove them on 2 different days. If I do that, then it's going to be partial anesthesia. But the problem I had with that one is that you come today, heal, they remove the first set. Let's say the left side today, you give it 2 weeks, you will heal. Come back, they remove the right side, give it 2 weeks, it will heal. They remove the stitch, come back 2 weeks again. It's going to take a long time. You relapse, heal, swell, heal, and all. But with the general anesthesia, right, they remove everything at once, but they said there is no argument. It has to be general anesthesia, and you have to be hospitalized if you are in general anesthesia. So it's their ethics, it's their policy. You can't argue it. It was quite a difficult decision to make because I've never done general anesthesia, or I've never, But my husband was like, is it not better once and for all? Remove everything, start the healing once and for all. Especially because we have a trip to make next month, March. So we are like, just remove everything once and for all and know that you start healing on time. Yeah, so that's why I chose general anesthesia. Good night, guys. Guys, it's been 2 weeks thereabout post surgery, and of course, as you can see, I look much like more like myself now. So I'm much better. But I wanted to come in here and properly end this vlog by telling you everything you didn't see. I mean, from the operation or the surgery down to today, the healing process. I actually have so many clips, so it's not going to be a boring sit down explanation. I have so many clips I'm going to be inserting, but I wanted you to make sense of all the clips I got because I could barely talk, so I was just getting clips here and there. So now that I can talk, I'm just going to narrate everything. Where will I start from? I think the last scene you guys probably saw was when I changed to my operation or my surgery gown, and the surgery was slated for 1. So around 1 or past 12, I changed, and then they told me to wait and they'll come and call me. Around 1, almost 1 or maybe about 1, the surgeon, about 1 or so, the surgeon and the nurse that was going to be in the operating room, they came and they were like, oh yeah, come. Of course, I was so anxious. Another thing was they didn't allow my husband to come that morning to see me per se. They gave him an appointment for after surgery. So I felt alone. Just as I was about to enter, someone came and asked me to confirm my name and my date of birth. I think that's just like quality control measures to be sure that you're the person before they will go and do another person's procedure on me. And then they confirmed it with the tag that was on my hand that had my name, blood group, and genotype or something. So I went into the theater, I don't know what to call it, the operating room, and I sat down. Guys, these people were not even helping matter. A nurse brought like a laptop that they had scanned all the documents that I signed, my husband signed, giving consent. And so they were running everything through me again, like, you signed, though, you're okay, right? You know, because they always tell you that you can withdraw your consent anytime, even if it's inside that room, you can withdraw your consent. So I just kept telling them, I'm okay, I'm fine, just, you know, proceed. So I laid down, and then they told me to remove my socks. They now put something on my leg. I think that thing was more like for blood flow, like it's going to be massaging my leg throughout the process. And then they put something on my arm here for blood pressure. So they said that the thing will be checking my blood pressure every 3 minutes throughout the procedure. Then they put an IV line. Initially, before I got knocked up, it was here, but when I woke up, it was here. I don't know what happened. And then there was a gas, like a max kind of gas that they brought close to my face. To be honest with you guys, I don't know which one was the anesthesia, whether it's the IV line or whether it's the max that is the anesthesia. But I shall know that the last thing I remembered was I was just gazing into the air. The anesthesiologist was doing what she was doing, pressing laptop, I was just gazing. And the only thing that was in my mind, because I was so anxious, guys. And the only song that was coming to my mind that period was this Victoria Orenzi's song. I told you guys before this, I walk with God the Father, walk with God the Son, I walk with host of angels, all of them join. I get back, you know. I know they walk alone. So because I was feeling alone, like I told you guys when I was walking down, because I didn't allow my husband and all. That's the last thing I remembered, guys. The next thing I remembered was I started hearing people calling my name. Choma-san, Choma-san. You know, Japanese people put san in your name. So for me, it's Choma-san. I started hearing Choma-san, Choma-san, Choma-san. Then I woke up. I remember when they were calling that name, someone was cleaning tears. So apparently I woke up crying. So I don't know why I woke up crying. I checked Google, and Google said it happens to some people. Maybe if you were emotional before the process or anxious. And I jacked up. I was like everybody was calling my name. And the next thing, the doctor was like, the surgeon was like, anything I say you should do, let's be sure. So they were like, move your leg, I moved. Move your hand, I moved. And then he said, okay, I'll need you to say something. Or more, guys, you know, initially I thought the anesthesia is just general anesthesia. So because I'm awake, it's not there again. I didn't know that they also did put partial anesthesia on my mouth while they were doing the process. So when he said say something, guys, my whole mouth was heavy. It felt like I was carrying block. So I started panicking again. And this time around, the thing that made me panic or anxious was that I remember that one of the forms we signed, the consent, there was something they said from my scan. I don't know whether it's about me or it's everybody, but from my the x-ray they did in my mouth. So there is a nerve very close to the root of the teeth they removed. And apparently if they touch that nerve during the operation, I might lose my ability to feel this part of my mouth from my lips down. So when that feeling of feeling heavy, I would say, Jesus, these people have touched my nerve. Something like God. Fear is really from the devil. So the man was like, say something, the surgeon. And with my last strength, I was fighting not to admit that something, maybe the nerve. The only thing I could just shout with my last strength was, Jesus! And you know they're not Christians in Japan. I've said it before. The Christianity rate is 1%. So, but the surgeon speaks a bit of English. So I think he's a bit exposed. So I think he spoke Japanese to the nurses and said, because I filled a form that said I'm a Christian. So I think he explained to them, you know, what that meant. But he was like, okay, I've heard Jesus now, but I need you to make a sentence. Okay, at that point I now used my last strength again. The only thing I could say again was, where is my husband? Guys, literally, that's how I was talking. So I was like, where is my husband? And they said he's outside waiting. So they told him the operation is supposed to end by 3 tentatively, and they told him to be waiting in front of the elevator on the 3rd floor, which was where my room is. So they said he's there waiting. So the doctor noticed that I was still very anxious. Like I now used my last strength again. I was saying, I cannot feel my mouth. And the doctor was trying to calm me down. It's normal, give it hours, 2-3 hours, you will start feeling your mouth. Is anesthesia. I started shivering. I was cold, I was shivering, I was shaking. And this also was strange because the previous night I was very hot. So somewhere in my head I was like, it was not just yesterday that I was complaining that this hospital's heater is too much, and now I'm shivering. They now brought, there's this kind of heater, so they were just pouring the steam on my body, and gradually I started getting back to normalcy. After that, they wheeled me back. So I had a lot of IV lines, and all, but I was supposed to remain laid down for hours. They started finished around 3, right? I couldn't stand up till around maybe 6, then I couldn't eat till around 7. At 6:30, I finally stood up, and guys, my face was swollen. Like I started to feel, by that time the anesthesia was wearing off, feel the pain and the swelling and everything. Then around 7 thereabout, they brought food. I think they brought me soft yogurt, soup, mashed rice. I couldn't even eat the rice. It was only the yogurt and the soup I could drink. I could barely sleep. I tried to sleep because the anesthesia was still working small. Then around 3 a.m. that morning, guys, I was in pain. I had to push the help bell. The nurse came and gave me pain relief with the IV. Like I was in pain. So from that 3, I think, till morning, I can't remember sleeping again. So then next morning around 6:30, they came. In short, throughout even the night, they will check your BP. They tried check BP, check this, gave me antibacterial IV fluid, gave me this, gave me that. The next morning, the nurse that was in charge came again, checked my BP, gave me another thing, like two or three things again. That I think it's antibacterial again. And then after eating breakfast, I think they took me for x-ray. So I went back again to do a mouth x-ray to see if the surgery was successful. They sent it to the doctor. I went to the doctor, the surgeon, spoke with him. He was asking me how I felt, and guys, this is how I was just looking at him. My head, I'm like, how else am I going to feel? I'm swollen. They gave me ice. Guys, I don't know how I felt. Around 12 noon, they discharged us. They gave me drugs, painkillers, antibacterial drugs, this mouthwash, and all that will last for 1 week because my follow-up post-op was 1 week later. I came back home, and guys, I feel like day 2, day 3, day 4 was the worst. Guy, the only thing I could eat at home was my husband was making custards and smoothies for me, and yogurt. Yes, he was doing more of custard, smoothies, yogurts for me. And guys, I was always hungry. I'm not even capping. I was always hungry. I feel like that hunger is part of what was making me always angry. I could barely talk. I think I started to feel a bit of relief from like day 6 or day 5. Yeah, I started to feel more relief. And then around day 7, like 1 week post-op, we went for checkup. So I went for the follow-up checkup, or so that they call that thing. And I feel much better. I feel much better. I won't even lie. I feel much better. Of course, I still feel like there's hole in my mouth and all, but I have 1 month post-op in the next like 2 weeks or thereabout. That's 1 week post-op. I forgot to say they also removed the stitches. They removed the stitches, so they could remove the 1, 2, 3, but this one up here was very hidden. So he said if it doesn't fall off on its own before the 1 month post-op, then they will remove it during the 1 month post-op. So yeah, that's the update. I'm just grateful for life, grateful that everything went well. So yeah, guys, I'm still off on my YouTube break. So many of you have been asking, Chilo, guys. These are the so many things I said I was juggling. I'm actually much better. I'm eating everything now. Like, guys, the first day I ate food, It was like testimony. I was eating the food small, like, oh Jesus, I thank you. Food. If you have any questions, please let's continue the conversation in the comment section. Have you gotten your wisdom tooth removed? If you did you remove all at once? If you did you use general anesthesia? Where did you remove yours? Which country did you remove your own? How did you go about it? How was your healing process? How long did it take you to heal? Just continue the conversation in the comment section. Thank you for watching, and see you next time on Chilotalks. Bye for now, guys.